This thing is not right. Hold on, let me. There you go. And that's not better. Okay. So where were we? Oh crap. I don't know why, man. It doesn't want to stick for some reason. Uh, Let me fix my tripod a little bit better now. I don't think I can do it better than this, sadly. Alright. Now I was given.
Hello guys. What's up guys? Kemana sih?
Lagi ke rumah temennya, ngambil buku katanya. Alright, so welcome to my live stream. Well, there's Nathan from Brazil. Thank you for stopping by. So today, as you can see from the title of the live stream, I'm going to talk about WrestleMania Night 2. At least finally, I got the chance to watch the Night 2 of WrestleMania last night. It was pretty great, not gonna lie. I think after watching all of it, I think this year's WrestleMania is a lot better than last year's. I don't know why. I think it's a lot better. So let's start. Discussing what's going on with WrestleMania Night 2. So it started with Triple H making his entrance into the ring, and then he said, "Welcome to WrestleMania," and then he left his wrestling boots in the middle of the ring. And you guys know when somebody is leaving their wrestling boots, it means that they are retiring from in-ring performance. So yeah, I was like, oh wow, this is a hard way to start the night with Triple H legitimate what's the word for it? Like his legitimized the fact that he's retiring from in-ring performance. So yeah, thank you so much Triple H for everything that you've done throughout the decades. And then the next one is we're going to the triple threat tag team match for the Raw Tag Team Championship between RK Bros, Street Profits, and Alpha Academy. And this match was pretty fun. It was pretty fun to watch. It was really, really fun to watch. There are a couple of spots that I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe they did that kind of spot. And then the results is RK Bro retains the title, which made my score to 1-0. And then for some reason I thought Street Profits is a heel tag team now, but no, they just for some reason decided to attack RK Bro the week before WrestleMania. I don't know why. It turns out they're just a face now. Like they celebrated with RK Bro and also invited Gable Stevenson who was in the the crowd. He invited Gable Stevenson into the ring to celebrate with RK Bro, and then Chad Gable came into the ring and then slapped the glass, the cup. I'm sorry, the cup from Gable Stevenson's hand, and then Stevenson was like he took off his shirt and then start giving like a bear hug in the bear hug position, and then give uh, Chad Gable a overhead belly to belly suplex, and which is pretty crazy. And I can't wait to see his debut on Monday Night Raw. Let's see what kind of character they're going to give Gable Stevenson. I mean, the safest option is to give him a Kurt Angle kind of character. God dang it, man! I don't know what's wrong with my thingy, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, I think this is a lot better. Okay. Nope, it's not a lot better. No, I think it's a lot better now. Okay, so yeah, I think the only safest option for WWE is to give Gable Stevenson a Kurt Angle kind type of gimmick. So yeah, that's my guess. And then the next match is a match between the Giant Omos against Bobby Lashley. And not gonna lie, I am really rooting Bobby Lashley to win this match because he really needs a win right now, and especially a win against someone who has not been beaten since his WWE debut, in especially in a single match. I don't know if he has been beaten in a tag team match. I think he did when he was with AJ Styles at some point, but he has not been beaten in singles competition. So this is a huge win for Bobby Lashley, and I'm glad that he takes the W. And I guess correctly, so my score was 2-0, and I can't wait for what they have in store for Bobby Lashley in the future because he's currently is not in the title picture, but at some point we might going to see Bobby Lashley against Roman Reigns for the unified title. And then the next one is the match between Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn. It was a pretty funny match, not gonna lie. I think this is the most fun I've had throughout the night. I was laughing my ass off. I was laughing a lot. I don't really know like all of the cast of the Jackass crew, but it's just so funny seeing them in character in this match. I don't really know their names, but gosh, they are really funny. So I really wish that Jackass becomes part of my childhood, but we don't have TV cable when I was a kid, and especially our TV cable didn't really have this show Jackass. I don't know if they are part of if they're in YouTube or in TV or they are a TV show kind of stuff. But yeah, I really wish they're part of my childhood because I would definitely mark a lot more louder when I see these people on my screen. And yeah, the match ended with almost a botched mousetrap spot. So they brought a really big mousetrap, like comically large mousetrap. They almost botched it, and finally it didn't really botch that much. It trapped Sami Zayn in, and then Johnny Knoxville did the pin 1, 2, 3, and then done. For some reason, I don't know, on my prediction live stream, I guessed Sami Zayn to win. I should have known better that Johnny Knoxville was going to win this match. Gosh. So yeah, I guess wrong. My score is 2-1. This is a hilarious match. Probably not a four-star match, but it's definitely a hilarious match. Really hilarious. It's there for comedic purpose. And let's continue to the next match. The next one is a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the Women's Tag Team Championship. And oh my god. When Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley made their entrance, I saw their um, ring gear and I was like, damn. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to elaborate much further because I will start using words that I don't want to say on a YouTube video, especially on this platform. There's I have so much emotions going on with this ring gear. Like, oh my god, there's so much going on when I watch the live stream. Sorry, when I watch the show and saw the two of them wearing this ring gear, and I was like, there's so much stuff that I want to say, but I cannot say because YouTube is a kid-friendly platform. Like, oh my god, it gave me multiple emotions, like definitely sexually. So yeah, without further ado, let's just continue. So, long story short, Sasha Banks and Naomi won the title. I guess correctly. My score is 3-1. There's nothing much great going on in this match other than the Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley ring gear. But yeah, it was not a bad match, but it was not a good match. There was some spots, but not that remarkable. And let's go to the next match. I have to finish this quickly because I have to help my mother in like really soon. So the next match is Edge versus AJ Styles. I really like the entrance for Edge with the chair and the dark lights. And I still don't know how AJ Styles got busted wide open on his entrance. I think when he did this, like this pose, when he did this, and then he did this pose, and then he kind of like punches the air, and I think his jacket, nggak tahu bunda, and I think part of his jacket hit his part of his face. I don't know if that it's like his zipper or something sharp hits his face, so it causes his face to have a cut, and it started to bleed. It was not it was not a fatal bleeding. It's not like when someone intentionally bleed their own face with a razor, that kind of stuff. Because if someone like cut on her, like use a razor to cut to have a cut on their forehead, like the blood just start creeping nonstop. But it doesn't feel like that. It's just like it's probably like a minor cut. It was a minor wound, so it was not a big of a problem. So the match was enjoyable. The match was amazing. Um, there was after AJ Styles hit the Styles Clash, I know that's not going to be the end of the match because Edge just had this new character. There's no way he's going to lose, and I was correct. Damien Priest came out of nowhere, and looks like he's going to form a new faction with Edge. This was rumored before WrestleMania, but I didn't thought that they're going to do it like literally on WrestleMania, like the forming of this new faction. And I think they're going to have some explanation on Raw that I haven't watched yet, so I might be correct. But if I remember correctly, the rumor was the name of the faction is Ministry of Darkness. So yeah, I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with this Ministry of Darkness faction between Edge and Damon Priest. So I guess correctly, Edge won the match, so my score was 4-1. And then the next one is a match that I felt like should have been on night one, especially it should have been on the kickoff show, which is the New Day versus Sheamus and Rich Holland. The match was quick, and it is so quick that it's the worst match of the night. It was the worst match of the 2 nights. Heck, from the 3 pay-per-views, WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2, and also NXT Stand and Deliver, this was the worst match. Like, this is really bad. This is a quick match. It's just to extend the rivalry until Big E recovers, I think. But we don't really know how long Big E is going to we don't really know how long it would take for Big E to actually came back to performing again. But who knows? Maybe it could be a lot faster than we thought. But I guess wrong. I guessed New Day to win the match, but turns out Team Fight Night defeat them. So yeah, my score was 4-2. And then the next match is the one that we've all been waiting for, which is Austin Theory versus Pat McAfee. And he is amazing. I mean, he has made a moment on NXT when he fought the Undisputed Era that was amazing. So I already know this match is going to be great for people who has not seen Pat McAfee wrestle inside a wrestling ring. The match was incredible. He beat Austin Theory with a rollout, but I have no problem with this rollout because this is an amazing way to use a rollout. He beat Austin Theory, and then he was like, "You know what, Vince? Come inside the ring. I'm going to fight you." And I was like, "This is not going to end well, is it? They're going to give this win to Mr. McMahon." And I was correct. Mr. McMahon got the W. So before we continue, I'm just going to say I guessed correctly. I predicted Pat McAfee going to win. So my score was 5-2. And after Mr. McMahon get the W from um, Pat McAfee, Stone Cold. Stone Cold made his entrance again for 2 nights straight. I thought he was just going to be there for the first night, but turns out he's back for the second night. He's inside the ring. He gave a Stone Cold to Austin Theory, and then he was like, "Oh," and I was like, "He's going to give a Stone Cold stunner to Mr. McMahon, no matter what happened." And he was like, "You wanted to drink a beer?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's going to happen." Every single time Stone Cold offered someone a beer, a stunner is demanding to happen, right? So yeah, a stunner happened, but it's not the best one. He gave a gut kick to Mr. McMahon, but Mr. McMahon kind of like fell off after the kick. This happened as well in Raw 25, if I remember correctly, where he gave a stunner to Shane and also Mr. McMahon. Yeah, it was not the best stunner, but it is a stunner nonetheless. And then he offered Pat McAfee to celebrate with him. He gave 2 cans of beer. They drink, and then yeah, stunner happened again, and it was like pretty funny. And then after that, he kept drinking his Broken Skull can of beers, and then it cuts to Pat McAfee near the announce table drinking the beer while knocked out. It was pretty funny. So continue to the main event. It is the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns versus the Cowboy Brock Lesnar. I'm not going to say the Cowboy Cheese Knit because that's Hanger and Page and not Brock Lesnar. So yeah, they really hyped up the storytelling for this match, but I mean we already know how this match is going to go. German suplex, German suplex, German suplex, Superman punch, um, F5 after F5, and then the spear, and probably a guillotine chokehold, and that's it.
Yes, of course, bro. Like tadi. Salah setelah.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Yeah. How you doing? Hah, ini rasanya gimana sih?
Nggak tahu sebenarnya kayak kipas aja, tapi kayak nge-purify juga, nggak tahu juga
Tapi
bener.
katanya nge-purify.
Iya, nggak tahu bener pasang di sini.
Bukan kipas ini dia.
Kayak purify udara kan. Ya, tapi rasanya kayak kipas. Rasanya kayak kipas juga. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. The match was pretty predictable. There's no way they're going to let Roman lose this match, especially with 2 titles on the line. They're going to give this momentum to Roman Reigns so that he can cement his legacy as the Tribal Chief for more days, probably for more months, and probably for another year, until someone who is capable enough to become a candidate to beat him for both of the titles, or probably for the new unified titles. I still haven't seen the new unified title, but we'll see how they're going to deal with the situation where currently they only have a singular main title across 2 brands, which is pretty sucks, right? Which means there will be constant the superstars would jump from one brand to one brand just for asking a title shot, you know. So we're going to lose track of who's in Raw, who's in SmackDown, who is not a free agent, who is signed. Like we'll be having that kind of trouble with this stuff. So yeah, combining my score from night 1, it is 11-4, which is I guess 11 matches correctly and 4 matches wrong, which is a pretty good ratio, which is a 50, almost a 50 ratio. I mean, it's a lot better than my prediction on AW Revolution. I did that really horribly. It was like 7-5, I think. Oh my god, that was really terrible. Like my guess on Revolution was really terrible. My guess on WrestleMania is not that bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, WrestleMania 38 is a great pay per view. There is great moments in this pay per view, great title changes, and the Cody Rhodes returns is just fantastic. I cannot wait for what they're going to do with Cody Rhodes in the near future, and the fact that they just let him do, uh, just let him be what he is. Like they did not try to change his character. He's just Cody Rhodes, the one we love for the past few years since his run in Impact to New Japan Pro Wrestling to AEW and back to WWE. Like he's just the American Nightmare. They didn't even try to change him back to Stardust or any character whatsoever. Which means that they really meant it when they tried to sign this man. Like I just hope that they don't drop the ball on Cody Rhodes, because if they drop the ball, where is it going to go? There's no it's going to go back to AEW, right? Right? Yeah, I think so. So I'm really hoping that Cody Rhodes could become like the biggest baby face on WWE currently. Like last year, the biggest baby face is Drew McIntyre, but I think this year the biggest baby face is going to be Cody Rhodes. I could be wrong. He could change his character like pretty soon into a heel, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But either way, I think that's all I have to say for this live stream. I'll watch Raw and NXT tonight probably, or I'll start working on best of April stand NXT stand and deliver special, because I need to save up some space on my laptop. So I have to make that video and then delete the footage, upload it, and then delete the render, delete the video after that. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to vote on my Slimy Awards video. You can look out for the link on my community tabs. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow on Ramadan Day 6. We have 25 days left to go. So yeah, peace out everybody.